Cool, cool. Guys, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Is my screen visible to you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. So in our today's topic, yeah, our intention is to know about hazard relationship. We'll start with hazard relationship. Okay. Check whether. Okay. Just a minute, guys. We'll also start our IDE, and we'll see about how we can able to do the hazard relationship today. Yeah. First, we'll start our IDE, and also we'll start the Word document for us to discuss. Okay, guys. Our intention is to know about hazard relationship today. Okay, our intention is to know about hazard relationship today. I will explain about what is hazard relationship. Okay, we'll talk about what is hazard relationship. So basically, uh, when you talk about relationship between classes, if there are two classes and you want to provide a relationship between them, there are two kinds of relationship we can provide between two classes. One is called easy relationship, and second one is called hazard relationship. So correct. So relationships between classes are two types. I mean to say, relationship between classes is of two types. What the two types? One is easy relationship, and second one is has a relationship. Okay, one is easy relationship, and second one is has a relationship. Okay. One is easy relationship, and second one is has a relationship. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, if you take inheritance, okay, inheritance is called which relationship? Is a relationship. Nothing but what if a class extends another class. If a class extends another class, it is called what type of relationship? Is a relationship. Okay. If you create one class object or a reference in another class, it is called has a relationship. Okay. I repeat once again. If one class extends another class, like if a child class extends parent class, it is called what kind of relationship? Is a relationship. Am I clear with you? Right. So Guys, if one class extends what? Extends what? Another class. If one class extends another class, then it is called is a relationship. Is a relationship. Okay. So inheritance is a relationship, or inheritance is a relationship. Because inheritance, what we write? One class extends another class. So it is called what type of relationship? It is a relationship. It is a relationship. Am I clear with you? So inheritance is a relationship. Understand clear? When we can say that has a relationship, if we create one class object or reference in another class. If we create one class object or reference in another class, then it is called has a relationship. It is called has a relationship. Okay, has a relationship. Understand clear? I repeat once again. Okay, so there are two types of relationships are there between classes. Okay, one is called is a relationship and second one is has a. If one class extends another class, then it is called is a relationship. If we create one class object or reference in another class, then it is called has a relationship. Okay. Okay. Suppose, for example, I am writing like this now. Class A. Okay. Class A. Guys. Then I am writing one more class called class B, right? Class B extends A. Extends A. Class B extends A. Tell me, this is called what type of relationship? This is called is a relationship. Is a relationship. Is a relationship. Okay, is a relationship. Next, I'm writing one more class. Class X. Class X. X is a class name. Understand here, guys. Class X. I have a class called X now. And I'm writing like this now. Class Y. Inside the class Y, what I'm writing, I'm creating object of X. If I create reference variable or if I create object, anyway, it is called has a relationship. X is equal to new X. Okay, there are two classes called class X and class Y. What I am doing here, I am creating the object. Which class object? X class object. Object name is what? X. Nothing but what are you creating? One class object you are creating inside another class. Okay. If you create either object or a reference of one class in another class, it is called what kind of relationship? Has a relationship. Has a relationship. That's a difference. Is a relationship and has a relationship. Okay. So what is happening now? In has a relationship, we create one class object in another class. Who is a one class here? X. Its object we are creating another class called what? Y. Then we call it as what type of relationship? Has a. If I write, for example, without a new X, if I write semicolon also okay. It is called reference variable. What I am creating now? What I am creating here? Reference variable I am creating. Whose reference variable? X. Reference variable of X. I am creating in which class? Y. If you create either reference variable or object, anything. If you create one class object or reference in another class, then it is called what kind of relationship only? Has a relationship. Okay. Okay. This is called what? Has a relationship. Next, guys. I will explain about more. Look at this. The point is, if you create one class object inside other class, if you look at this example here, which class object I am creating in which class? There is no parent and child here, because when you talk about parent and child, if you use extends keyword, then we can say class B is the child class and class A is the parent class. But I cannot say that X is the parent class and Y is the child class. We can't say like that. Did you get my point? Folks in online, did you get my point? There is no word called parent class and child class in has a relationship. There are two classes like this. That's all. Am I clear with you? Okay. Good. 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 Understand. Understand. Right. Suppose I'm giving X and Y examples like this. For example, I have a class called employee. Example. Okay. See here. Just for explaining it, I'm writing. See here, guys. Suppose you have a class called employee. Employee is a class. Okay. And also have a class called address. I have one more class called what? Address. What I am doing here inside the employee has address na? Address, semicolon. Then tell me, this is called what type of relationship? This is called has a relationship. Okay. When can you say is a relationship? If you use extends keyword. But are you having any extends keyword? No. That's why it is called which type of relationship? Has a relationship. Has a relationship. Employee has address. Employee has a address. That's what the meaning of what relationship here? Has a relationship. Okay, very good. Here, this employee class is called container class. It's called which class? Container class. This address class is called contained class. It's called what? Contained class. Employee is the container class. Address is the contained class. Yeah, but we don't use a words called a parent class and a child class. We use a words called what? Container class and a contained class. This is called which class now? Container class. This is called container class. This is called container class. What about this address now? This address class is called contained class. So in has a relationship, we can find out what classes? Container class and contained class. Container class and contained class. Am I clear with you? Okay, container class and contained class. This is called what kind of relationship? This is called has a relationship. Yeah. Please understand here. Now, I'll write the same words. Okay. In has a relationship or in facility. In is a relationship, we have parent class and child class. In has a relationship, we have what? In has a relationship, we have what? We have
container class and contained class.
And contained class. Container class and contained class. Container class and contained class. Who is the container class here?
Parent class.
Container class here. In this example, X and Y. Who is the container class here? Y.
Y class.
Contained class here? X.
X.
Yes. In the above example, Y is the container class and X is the contained class. And X is the contained class. Am I clear with you? Okay. Right. Again. Understand here. Okay, now guys, online folks, am I clear with you? Next, I have to explain some more things. First, we'll understand about question. Suppose I have a class called policy. Let's say, for example, I have a class called policy. Okay. So, you know, on every policy, customer details are also available. Okay, I have a question to you. Customer has a policy or policy has a customer?
Customer has a policy.
Okay. Is it every customer has a policy? Every person, let us say every customer or every person. Is every person or every customer has a policy? Yes. I don't have any policy. Right? Are you getting me point? My wife doesn't have any policy. Are you getting me point or not? Is it every customer has a policy? Definitely no. Am I clear?
Yes.
Am I clear? Suppose I have customer data, policy data. Where can you find the customer details? Where can you find the customer details? Customer details you can find on the policy paper. If that customer has a policy, that customer will get a policy document. On the policy document, customer details are also available. Right? But if I take a customer printout doesn't contain policy details. Because customer may contain policy or may not contain. Every customer doesn't have a policy. There are so many people in our country, which those who don't have any policy. Am I right or not? So point is what now? We have to say that policy has a customer. When policy generated means what? Policy generated because a customer is opted for the policy. Am I right or not? When policy generated means what? Customer opted for policy. Customer purchased the policy. That's why policy document generated. So policy has customer. Okay, we have to say that's the correct statement. Observe here. Customer. Policy has other details also. Policy number, premium. All those details will come. I'll write policy holder. Who is policy holder? Customer only. No? Customer is a policy holder. I have a question to you. Policy is called which class and customer is which class? Could you tell me online, folks?
Container and contain.
Policy is which class? Customer is which class?
Policy is container class. Customer is contained class.
Yes. Policy is the
Container
class. Customer is the
contained class.
Customer is the contained class. Policy is the container class. Customer is the contained class. I'll go ahead. Okay, understand here. What I'm saying is, customer question. Can a customer exist independently without a policy?
Yes.
Yes. There can be a customer who doesn't have any policy.
Yes.
Okay. Getting my point? So what kind of bonding is there between the policy and customer is a weak bonding. What kind of bonding? Weak bonding. Means, try to understand now. The relationship is weak relationship. It has a relationship only, but it is a weak relationship. The bonding between the container class and contained class is weak.
Weak relationship.
This is called aggregation. You'll get in interview all these questions. This is called aggregation. Next. Observe here. Class, college. Inside the college, I am creating like this. Department, DEPT. This is also called has a relationship only. College is the container class and department is the contained class. Two words you have to remember, container class and contained class. Who is a container class here?
College.
Who is a contained class here?
Department.
Question. What kind of bonding is there between college and department?
Weak.
Yes. Is it a weak bonding?
Yes.
Is it a weak bonding or strong bonding?
Strong bonding.
It's not weak.
Strong
Why? Because a department cannot function without college.
College.
Yeah.
A department cannot exist without a college. Right? College has department, and without college department, there is no department. So there is a what kind of bonding between these two? Strong bonding. This strong bonding is called composition. It's called what? Composition.
Composition.
So what is the difference between aggregation and composition?
Aggregation is a weak relationship and composition is a strong
Yes.
relationship.
Aggregation means weak bonding between container class and
Container class.
contained class. Composition means a strong bonding between the container class and the contained class. This is called what kind of bonding? Strong bonding. This is called what kind of? This is called what? Composition. This is called what? Aggregation.
Aggregation.
Both are comes under which relationship only?
Has a relationship.
Only. Both are comes under has a relationship only. Both are under has a relationship only. So has a relationship could be aggregation or composition. If container class and contained class have a weak bonding, it is called aggregation. If both are having strong bonding, that is called composition. Composition. Did you get my point? Okay.
Yes.
Write the points first. You will come out of sleepiness. Right? Start writing the points now. Yeah. So I'll write the points here. So who is a container class and who is a contained class? According to X and Y. No, according to X and Y, Y is the container class and X is the contained class. Yeah. Let me start writing the points. Has a relationship could be either aggregation or composition. Okay. Aggregation refers
Weak bond.
Aggregation refers weak bonding between
Container class and contained class.
weak bonding between container class and the contained class and the contained class. Aggregation refers weak bonding between container class and the contained class. So what's the meaning of weak bonding? That is also important. Only word is not sufficient. Okay, right? I'll talk about both of them. I'll write some more points. Composition refers strong bonding between container class and contained class and the contained class. Okay, so composition refers a strong bonding between the container class and contained class. So what is weak bonding and strong bonding? That also very important to know about. Otherwise, if you read this point only, you can by heart the point, but you can't get anything in that, right? So what is weak bonding refers? Suppose you take policy and customer. Okay, policy has a customer. Nothing but policy has a policy holder. Who is a policy holder?
Customer.
Customer can independently exist without
Yes.
policy.
Yes, without a
What
policy.
bonding? Weak bonding.
Weak
This is
bonding.
called aggregation. Weak bonding. Department, college. Department cannot function
Without college.
or cannot exist without a
Without college.
That is called what kind of bonding? Strong bonding. I'll write the points.
Strong bonding.
Yes. If these examples are not there, then you have to by heart the statements, but you can't get anything out of it. So I'll write the points now. Weak bonding means, okay, weak bonding means contained class can work independently also without a container class. Contained class can work independently also without a container class. For example, we have policy class, and
Customer class.
policy holder, a policy class, and it has a policy holder which is a customer, Policy holder is nothing but customer only, na? Every policy has a
Yes.
policy holder. Who is a policy holder?
Customer.
Customer, right? But so policy class is the container class, and customer class is the contained class. Here customer class can work independently also. Customer class can work independently without what? Without a policy class also. Without policy class also. So tell me the relationship is called what? This has a relationship is called. Okay, weak relationship. Weak relationship is called aggregation or composition. So this has a relationship is aggregation. Did you understand the point of what is aggregation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, one more. For example, one more example is required. For example, we are talking about which one now? Strong bonding, na? All right. Strong bonding means contained class cannot work independently without a which class? Container class. That's called which bonding? Strong bonding. For example, we have college class. Did you understand my point? What we have, for example, we have college class. College class has a department, right? We have college class, and it has departments, department or departments, and it has department. We have college class and it has department. Now, department class cannot work without college. Department class cannot work without college class. So, okay, so this has a relationship is a this has a relationship is a this has a relationship is composition. These are the definitions about when we say it is aggregation and when we say it is composition. Okay. Yeah, guys. Now you got the two words called aggregation, composition. Both comes under which kind of relationship only? Has a relationship only. Now we will write an example to understand about how has a relationship works. We can have has a relationship in multi-levels also. I'm going to write example in multi-level. What is multi-level? For example, you take. Okay, I'll tell you what does it mean. Let's take policy. Policy has customer. If you take a company, insurance company, then insurance company has a list of policies, nothing but multiple policies. Right? Who will issue the policy? Company.
Insurance company.
Insurance company. There is a company who insure that type of companies are called insurance companies, right? Insurance company issues the
Policies.
policies to the customers.
Customers.
Did you get my point? So means what? Insurance company has policies. Okay, each policy has a customer now. It is called what level? Multiple levels now. Insurance company has policies. Policy has customer.
Customer.
Customer. What kind of relationship is there between insurance company and policy? No. What kind of relationship? That's it. Has a relationship between policy and customer. Again,
Has a relationship.
again has a relationship.
Has a
Right?
relationship.
So we will write our example in that way. Let's see what kind of example we are writing here. First, we are going to write a class called customer. Then write a class called as policy. Policy has a
Customer.
customer. Policy has a customer. Next, we write insurance company class. Insurance company class has policies.
Policy.
Then we'll write main class and we'll execute the program. Did you understand the example what we are writing here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll complete this. Sorry. Look at this, guys. I'm writing has a relationship program. I cannot use hyphens. Okay, has a program. Let's finish. Guys, we are creating 3 classes totally, including main 4 classes. Could you tell me what are the 4 classes once again to me?
Main class, insurance company class, policies class, customer class.
Yes. First, we are going to start writing customer class. Then we'll class. Then we'll create insurance company class. Lastly, we write main class. Let's start. Package name ram.ashokit.oop. This is what customer. Okay, I will write all the classes in one program only. Actually, I can also write separate classes, but here I am writing all the classes in one application. Okay, did you get my point now? Yes. Above this main class only, I'm writing all the 3 classes. First, what's the class I want to start here? Class the customer. Okay,
Customer.
we'll take customer name and customer age. That's it. I don't want to take multiple properties. Private string customer name. Private int age. So how many attributes are there for customer? 2 attributes. I want to define constructor. Sorry, I'm defining constructor. You know already how to define the constructor using fields. Now we can see there is constructor. I told yesterday we can able to define the constructor with the help of the option. And what the first statement? Super. Next I'm writing I want only setter and getter methods. Which methods I want? Setter and getter methods. Yes. So I want define setter getter methods here. Getter and setter, select all, generate. So now could you tell me which class is ready with me? Customer class. Next, which class I'm creating here? Policy. Private. I can take int or string, anything. Private long policy number. Policy number. Private. I say double premium. Every policy has some premium. Next, semicolon. Now we can see private customer policy holder. Who is policy holder? What are the attributes of policy? What are the attributes or properties of the policy class? Policy number is one property.
Policy number.
Premium is another property. Policy holder is the another
Policy
property. Now this policy class has how many properties totally? 3 properties are there.
Three
What are
properties.
they? Policy number property, premium property,
Premium.
policy holder property. But who is policy holder?
Customer.
This is called what type of relationship? Has a relationship.
Has a relationship.
Has a relationship. Okay. I want to define constructor. What I want to define? Constructor.
Constructor.
Constructor. Sure, we'll define the constructor. Source, constructor using fields, generate. Did you understand this now?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Right, constructor is okay. I have the constructor. Now I want to print the policy details. To print policy details, I need setter, getter methods are required. Yes?
Yes.
So define what methods now? Generate, getter and setter methods for all of them. For all of them. Okay. You can see here. I have policy number, premium, and policy holder. Okay. Policy holder. Get policy holder returns what?
Policy holder
Policy holder
name.
is the customer only. Na?
name.
Right. Set policy holder is to set the customer only. Na? Because who is policy holder? Customer is a policy holder.
Customer.
Right. Tell me so far how many classes are completed? 2 classes are
3.
completed. Third class. Class insurance company. But the one more last class I'm creating? Insurance company.
Insurance.
What is my first class here? Customer. After customer, next we created one more class called what? Policy. Then next I created one more class called what? Insurance company.
Insurance.
Insurance company. Private. Some inter. REG number, registration number. Every insurance company has a registration number. Some IRDA registration number will be there for every company. So, in registration number for insurance company. Private. String. Name of the insurance company. Insurance company has a name. It has a registration number.
Yes.
And now I am writing.
Yes.
Presently, we don't know about collections, but we need to use a collection here. That's why I'm writing, guys. But you can able to understand it without even don't know about collections. Okay. Okay. I'm writing list of policy. Let's say policies. Here also it is called what kind of relationship? Has a.
Has a relationship.
As a relationship. So I'm getting error at line number 71 because list need to be imported. Observe here, this is called a type parameter. List is an interface. In collections you will understand all these things, sir. But for today I'm using it because I need this. Okay, so that's why I'm using it. Control Shift O, import statement will be automatically added. Now tell me what the last one more class I'm creating. Insurance company. Tell me insurance company has list of policies. Tell me now finally it is called what type of relationship? Has a relationship. Okay. Now understand. I want to define constructor only with 2 fields. not with the third field. Observe here. I repeat. I'm going to source, generate getters and setters. How many fields are there? 3. But I want to use only which fields? Registration number, name. But I don't want policies. Generate. Okay, just a minute. First constructor I want, not setter getter. Tell me. Right click, source, generate constructor using fields. Tell me which fields I want in the constructor. Registration number, name, but not policies. So remove that property. Uncheck this box. Click on what? Generate there.
Generate.
Then tell me, you got the constructor with the 3 fields or only with the 2 fields? Constructor with how many
2
parameters? 2 parameters.
2.
2 parameters. What and what? Registration number and name. But I have one more property called what? Policies. Okay. I will write. Please understand. I will write manually. Please understand. I can write like this now. Equal to new array list. Guys, for today, only that to this example only, I am using, this is actually an interface. This is class. What's the class name? Array list. What is list here? It is an interface. Array list is what? It is a class. Remember, these are collections topic. But what is the purpose of this list? Instead of taking array, I am taking list. Feel what is array? To store group of elements, we need array. Na? Similarly, here I am taking list. For what purpose? To store the list of policies, group of policies, whatever it is. Very good. Good to know. Guys in online, did you understand the same point?
Yes, sir.
Folks in online, other people, did you understood? JP, did you understood? Sandhya, did you understood? Rav Sri?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like array, I'm creating array list. That's only difference. Okay. Like field it is like array. If you want to store multiple policies or multiple integers, you need integer array. Similarly, if I want to store multiple policies, what I need? An array. Instead of array, what I'm using? Array list. That's it. I'm using array list in place of array. It is a collections topic. You will understand it later. I want to add one method like this. Okay, setter getter methods I'll create, but I want to create one method called add policy. Policy. Guys, observe here. What is the one method I'm creating manually? I need one method called add policy. Okay, tell me this method accepts one input parameter called what object? Policy object. Add this policy object. When this method is called, from the calling point, one policy object is also provided as a parameter. Add that object to this list. What is the list name? Policies. What should I write? Policies dot add of policy. Did you understand my point? Whenever this method is called, tell me what is also given as a parameter. When this method is called, this method we are going to call from somewhere in the program. That is called a calling point. This is called a definition point. Do you know method has a calling point and method has a definition point? We are passing parameter from the calling point. Which parameter will pass from the calling point? Policy object. What object? Policy object. Because in the definition point, this method has input parameter as what? Policy argument. This parameter is what? Policy parameter. So which object I should pass? Policy object. When I'm calling this method, I will pass the policy object. That object I'm adding to whom? Policies. If I call this method 5 times, 5 times if I call this method add policy from the calling point, if I call it for 5 times, then tell me how many policy objects I am passing? 5. Where I am storing, where I am adding all these objects? Into one list. What's the list name? Policies. What's the list name? Policies. Now tell me policies is going to contain how many policy objects? 5. If I call this method 10 times, 10. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So this is called what point actually? This is called method calling point or method definition point. This is called method definition point. This is called method definition point. Okay, observe here. Class A, again you are coming to backward direction. M1 is a method. Class main, public static void main, string args. Online folks, you also please listen. A object equal to new A of. Tell me how to call M1 method. A data, A object data, A object data
M1 method.
This is a way of calling. First of all, tell me who is calling point here and who is the definition point here.
Definition
Main class will be loaded.
A object dot M1 is the
M1 method.
A object dot M1 is the
calling point.
this statement is what? First of all, tell me, give me a clarity. This statement is what? I want to know. What is it? A calling point or is it a definition point?
Calling point.
Sorry.
Calling
Calling
point.
point.
Exactly. You are correct. This is called calling point. You are calling the method there. What about this void M1 and curly brace?
Definition point.
It's called definition point. First understand who is calling point and who is definition point. Okay. Okay, right? This here you are defining the method. But here you are defining the method or you are calling the method?
Calling the method.
This line, are you defining the method or are you calling the method? Please tell me.
Calling the method.
Calling the method.
You are calling the method. But what are you doing here?
Defining method.
Defining the method.
You are defining the method. That's why it is called definition point. That's why this point is called
Calling point.
Calling point.
This is the calling point and this is the definition point.
Definition point.
Right, okay? Very good. Observe here. Understand? Okay, no problem. I'll write once again. Class A. Class A. Void M1 of int x. Class main. Main class as a main method. Public static void main. String args. A object or A obj, any name equal to new A of. Tell me how to call M1 now. A obj dot
M1
of
Parameter integer.
some number I need to pass now. 20.
Yes, sir.
Some number. Okay. Tell me this is called which point? Folks.
Calling point.
Called which point?
Calling point.
Calling point. This is which point? Definition.
Definition.
Tell me why are you passing 20?
Because it is
Because in the definition,
Parameters.
the method has
definition will be integer.
parameter. Parameter of what type? Int. That is the reason why you are passing integer value. Did you get my
Yes.
point? This
Yes,
20,
yes, sir.
we are passing from the calling point to this method. Am I clear or not? Then what's the value
Yes,
of
sir.
x now?
20.
Similarly, here which method I have? Add policy. Tell me, while calling the add policy method from the calling point, somewhere this is a calling point, say for example. While calling this method add policy from the calling point, what is passed as parameter? Okay, this is a calling point. This is a calling point. For example, this is a calling point. Something IC dot insurance company dot, what's the method name? Add policy method I'm calling. Tell me, to call the add policy method, I should pass parameter also, na? What
Yes,
object
sir.
I pass? For example, P1 I am passing. Who is P1?
Policy.
Policy.
So this object I am passing from the calling point to this definition point. Am I right? Now I am adding this object to the
List.
array list. If I call once again add policy with P2, then
Add that value.
again I am
Also,
calling add policy with P2.
click.
I am calling IC dot IC is insurance company object dot what? Add policy.
Add policy.
Of what I am passing? P2. Then tell me, again I am calling add policy only, na? Then P2 I am passing this time as a parameter. Then tell me, this policy stores P2 now? Yes. Then tell me,
Yes.
this policy is added to whom?
List.
Policies. Policies is what? Array list. How many policies added now?
2.
If I call add policy P3, 3. If I add P4, 4. If I add P5, 5. All these 5 are stored where? In array list. So array list feel like what? Array. Okay, array list feel like what? Array. Array and array list are almost equal. Equal. Tell me, in array, can we store multiple values? Can we store multiple values of array? Suppose if I create an array with the size 5, how many integers I can store? 5 numbers I can store in one array. Similarly, in this array list also I can store 5 policies now, or 10 policies now. Good. Which method I am defining to store the policy into that array list? Which method I defined? Add policy. This is called which method? The method definition pointer. This one is what? Method definition point or method calling points? These are the method calling points. So every method has what and what? Definition point and a calling point. Calling point. Very good. Don't, again, I will not explain once again in our class. This is the last time I am explaining about definition point and calling point. Okay, please remember this. I won't explain again about definition point and calling point. It's very clear. Next, I want to continue. Now we are in the insurance company class, and I want to finish the class by this insurance company class by defining setter and getter methods. I want setter getter methods for all. How many properties I have? How many properties are there in this class called insurance company? 3. What are the 3? And policies. Policies. All are, whatever the variables you create, all are, they are called attributes only. Okay, here how many variables you created? See, 3. Could you tell me how many properties are there? How many attributes are there? 3. What are they?
3.
Policy number,
premium,
policy holder.
also.
Very good, very good. If you look at customer, tell me how many attributes or properties are there? There are 2 properties. What are they in customer? Customer name and age. That's it. Like that. Okay, I will define all the setters and getters. Right click, source, getters and setters for all. Now this time I want to generate setter and getter for all the properties. Click on what? Generate. So this is a very simple one. We are not writing anything. We have the facility and we are using that facility. That's it. Am I clear with you so far? Okay. I'm clear with you so far. Tell me how many classes I have completed? 3 classes
3.
completed. 4th class I have to write. For the first class I completed. Customer. Customer has attributes.
Yes.
Customer name and age. Okay, next we have one more class called policy. Policy has 3 attributes: policy number, premium,
Premium, policy holder.
Okay, next insurance company has 3 properties. What are they? Registration number, REG number,
Registration.
name, and policies.
Name.
But your policies is an integer variable or a list variable? List variable.
List
is
variable.
nothing but like array. Feel like array because you don't know about list currently. Feel like array. Remaining all setter getters only. Coming to main. In main, first I want to create customer object. I want to create what? Customer object. Then I will create policy object. Because if I want to create policy object, you see the dependency. There is a dependency. We have the multiple words now. You know, in Spring terminology, this policy class is called dependency class. This customer is called dependent class. So terms are different from Spring to normal Java programming. Here we are calling this as container class, and this is contained class.
Contained class.
Container class.
Contained class.
In Spring terminology, dependent class, dependency class. Okay, dependent class and dependency class. This policy we call as dependency class. Customer we call as its dependent class. Did you get my point now? Okay, terminology is different, but container class and contained class is okay. Back to the point. To the main. Tell me first which class object I want to create? Customer. Customer C1, first customer C1 equal to new customer of customer name required, the constructor, and age required. Because in customer class we have a constructor with the 2 parameters. Very good.
Yes.
Another customer also I want to create. Customer I need at least 2, 3. Customer C2 is equal to new customer of
John
okay,
50.
some name. Geeta, age 30. Tell me how many customers I have? 2 customers are there, C1 and C2.
C2.
Look at this. Policy P1, first policy P1 equal to what? New policy of. Tell me for policy, what are the attributes of policy?
Policy number, name.
Very good. Policy number, very good. Continue. Policy number,
Name.
Premium,
And name.
and policy holder.
Customer name.
No.
Here, what are the attributes or properties of policy?
Policy holder.
Policy number, premium,
Premium
policy holder.
holder. Yes.
Okay. Did you get my point? These are the 3
Yes.
variables of which class?
Policy.
I'm creating which class object? Policy.
Policy.
To call the policy object, to create the policy class object, tell me how many parameters I should pass to the constructor?
3.
3.
First one, policy number.
Policy number, premium, policy
Premium.
holder.
Next one,
Policy holder.
Policy holder.
policy holder. Who is policy holder?
Customer.
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 I'll pass like this. Policy number is 200980012. What is 200980012? Policy number.
Policy number.
Policy number. Next one,
Premium.
premium. Premium 3 lakhs. Double. Next one, policy holder.
Policy holder. Customer.
Who is a C1?
Customer.
Is a customer object. This
Yes.
customer
Yes.
is going to become policy holder. This customer is a policy holder. C1. Next. I'll get one more policy. P2
P2
equal to
equals
New
New
policy.
policy
current.
Policy number. Premium.
1900 67232. What is this one?
Policy
number.
Policy number.
Premium.
Premium 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs.
C2.
premium.
C2.
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 Did you understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
Tell me how many policies I have created, how many policy objects I created? 2.
2.
2. Tell me who is a policy holder for the first policy with the number 200980012. C1.
Customer 1.
Alan.
Alan.
What is his age?
40.
40. Who is a policy holder of this 190067 something?
Geeta.
Geeta.
Yeah.
30.
With age 30.
30. That's how we read applications in real time. Okay, this is simple sample code. Okay, you'll find hundreds and thousands of lines of code in real time. How can you understand if you don't understand 100, 120 lines of code? Huh? Right? Okay. Am I clear with you?
Yes, sir.
Online folks, am I clear with you?
Yes,
Try
sir.
to understand or don't expect every day class A, class B. Huh? Good. Tell me what are P1 and P2?
Policy.
Object.
The two policy objects are there, P1 and P2. C1 and C2 are what?
Customer.
Customer.
objects. Now I want to create insurance company object.
Insurance
Tell me.
objects.
I'll show. I'll show. Insurance company has what properties? Read registration number,
Registration
name and
number, name,
policies.
Name and
Policy.
While
policies.
calling the constructor of insurance company, I have to pass how many parameters only? Two parameters. What and what? Registration number and name.
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 Very good. Insurance company.
I1.
Insurance company. Company or IC, whatever it is. Company is equal to, tell me, new
New insurance company.
New
insurance company of
You can pass 2 values.
what
Registration
is the two
number and
values
name.
for the pass?
Registration name.
Registration
Registration
number.
number.
For example,
Number
registration
and
number of
name.
this company is a 7118. What is 7118?
Registration
Registration number of the company. Next, company name. Na?
Name.
For example, LIC or
LIC.
HDFC Ergo. Company name.
Okay.
Something, any name. What's the company name? HDFC Ergo. What is the registration number of this company?
7118.
Tell me, in this insurance company, I have created one method called add policy.
అవసరం లేదు.
We discuss our discussion because of that only. What is the method name? I want to call this method. Tell me, this is method calling point or definition point?
Definition point.
Here I am writing. Company dot add policy of P1. Tell me, this is method calling point or method definition point?
Calling point.
Method calling point. You are calling the method calling point. What is there in that? Why are you confusing? I don't know. Why are you confusing? I don't know. You are calling the method calling point. Right. This is very basic English, that too. This is the definition point. That is the calling point. You are calling the methods calling point. Here you are calling the method, so it is called calling point. What are you passing? P1.
P1.
Policy object.
Policy.
Because you are calling the add policy method, you see the method definition point. In the method definition, add policy method has one parameter. What type of
Yes.
parameter? Is it an integer parameter? Is it an integer? Or is it a double?
No.
What type of parameter it is?
Contained
Parameter.
class.
This is called parameter type. This is called parameter name. What's the parameter name? Policy.
Policy.
What's the type?
Policy.
Policy type means you have to pass policy object. Na?
Yes.
The customer type you should pass customer
Customer
object.
object.
Policy type you should pass policy object.
Policy.
I am passing P1. Who is P1?
Policy.
P1 is which object?
Policy
type.
object.
Matching, na? Right. For example, if I pass C1, I am getting error at line number 121. Why?
We have not created definition.
It's a customer object, but that method will accept only policy object as a parameter. That method will accept what object? Policy object. That's why you are.
Object.
Am I clear with you? Sure. P1. Next one. Company dot add policy of P2.
P2.
P2. get me? But I have only two policies now. First time passing P1, next time passing
P2.
Tell me where these P1 and P2 objects are stored. In array list, in list.
Hmm.
I created one list now. What the purpose?
Yes, sir.
To
To store the policies.
list. You feel like array. Just feel like array list, both are same. Tell me if these two are going to show in the list only now. That list
Yes.
has how many policies now? Two policies.
Two policies.
If I call one more time with P3, P4, list will store four policies. Like that. Like that. Okay. Now everything is clear. Now starts with the display. First step, I want to write string line separator, because I want to use this line separator for many times, equal to dot repeat.
40.
Yesterday we have written this one.
Yes, sir.
40. Means I want to get how many equals? 40,
Equals.
40 dashes I want as a line separator. First I'm storing in a variable and I want to print this variable whenever I want. First I want to print the dashes. System.out.println of line separator. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Now I have a question. I want to print all the details now. Just I have added now, but I want to display now. I have a question to all of you. Understand it. First about the for loop in our arrays programming. For loop. We also discussed about for each loop.
Yes, sir.
In our arrays program, discuss for each loop.
Yes.
Right. Do you know how to write for each loop, which is also called enhanced for loop? Enhanced for loop or for each loop, people call like that.
Yes, sir.
Policy.
How to write that for? For each means are you going to write for each?
No, for a
Then start the parenthesis. Are you writing like that? No.
No,
for
no.
loop.
only.
Loop is for each loop. I told this point also, right? But you should start with for. For each loop
For.
also starts with for. For. Am I clear online, folks?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Could you tell me how to write?
For.
For. Am I clear with you? Guys, everybody. For. Understand clearly, I'll tell you. If I write in one line, you may get confusion. Okay, I'll start for, but first I'll get the list now. I have a question to you. If I call get policies method of insurance company class, insurance company class has a method called what? Insurance company class has a method called what? Get policies.
List.
If I call this method, it will return me what?
List.
List.
List of policy.
List of what?
Policy.
Policies.
Policy.
Tell me how to call this method get policies. How to call any method, first of all, not only this method, any method if you want to call. How do you call the method?
Getter.
Object name dot method name. Syntax is always important. Object name dot method name. Tell me this method is in which class? Insurance company.
Insurance company.
Who is the object of insurance company class here? Who is the object of insurance company class in this main method? Company.
Insurance company.
Company. Tell me. Company dot get policies. But this method returns me list. List of what? Policy. So we should write like this: list angle bracket policy. Name you can take any name. Policies or LST. Variable name your choice. What's the variable name I took now? LST. LST. Now, my requirement is what? Take one by one policy from this list. To take one by one policy from this list, can I use for each loop now?
Yes, sir.
How can I use? For.
For.
Everybody, for. Before I start
Variable
working
name.
with this, I want to use line separator. Okay, line separator, I can insert the for also, no problem. Tell me, for. For, tell me, for. Start the
Data.
sorry, parenthesis. Could you tell me how to write for each now? What's the syntax of for each?
Data type.
For. Within the for. Not condition. That is
Data type.
normal for loop. Initialization, condition, increment, decay, that is normal for loop. Na? But for each loop is also having a syntax. For followed by data type,
Colon.
array or collection.
Yes.
That's the syntax. Okay. Listen here. Tell me this list object has policies, na? Yes.
Yeah.
So policy P reference P colon LST.
LST.
That's it. It's very important this kind of loops. Why I am taking policy P? Why I am taking policy P here? Reference variable P of type policy. Why I am taking variable of type policy?
Reference
The list has what objects? Policy objects. It's a list of policy objects. If this list has customer objects, then what should I write here? Customer colon.
Variable name.
Employees then. Employee E colon. Like that. But this list has what now? Policies. Policy objects. That's why what type of parameter I'm taking? Policy P. Variable policy P. Very good. If this list now, could you tell me how many policies are there in this list now? As per our example, 2. This loop will repeat for how many times now? 2 times. So observe here. First I want write system.out.println line separator. Line separator. Then I want to start writing system.out.println. First I want to print. Listen. First I want to print insurance company name. What I want to print? Insurance company name. And I want to print company registration number. Then I want to print policies. So that's why system.out.println. First only I am writing insurance company name. An insurance company. Tell me how to get the name. What's the insurance company object name? Company dot
Name.
get name. Get name. Next, system dot out dot println. Registration number. Registration number.
Company dot get registration.
Tell me how to display the registration number. Company dot get registration. REG number means get registration number. These two are which details?
Insurance company.
Company. Insurance company details. Next, I want to display what policy details. When I'm displaying policy details, I also want to display policy holder details. Who is a policy holder? Customer. Observe here. Please understand me. I will write system.out.println. Okay. Policy has a policy number. Policy number. P dot get policy number. If you put a dot, automatically you will get no need to understand anything in this. Premium. Because policy has a premium also, na? How to print premium? P dot get premium. Sorry, get premium I want, not get policy number.
Get premium.
Yeah. Get premium. Am I clear with you guys, online folks?
Yes, sir.
Policy number is printed. Premium is printed. But policy holder is also there. Now, who is policy holder? Customer. Customer has a name and age. Na? Very good.
Yes.
See, I am writing in one line. You have to learn code like this also. I am writing like this. Customer name. How to print
C
customer
dot.
name? You know, first P dot
Get customer name.
policy holder. No, get policy holder. Who is
Okay.
policy holder?
Customer.
Dot get customer name. This concept is called method chaining. Calling the method on method. Tell me, guys. Who is get policy holder? If I
Customer.
get policy holder, what I will get? Who is a policy holder? Customer. Customer.
Will return.
Customer has a name now. How to get the name of the customer? Get customer name. This is called method on method chaining. Method chaining. Tell me age. How to display the age now?
System out.
Customer age.
P dot policy.
Tell me P dot get policy holder. Who is policy holder?
Customer.
Dot get age.
Get age.
Get age. Get age. That's all. That's all. Then I want to print separator. Program is over. Execute the program. Don't write class A, class B every day. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Look at the program execution now. Output is very simple, but concept is important. Yeah, guys. Look at the output now. First of all, tell me what the insurance company name. What the registration number? 7118. Okay, C. But to get output like this, you have to write a lot of code, right? Right. Tell me what the policy number. This one. Premium 3 lakhs. Customer name LN. Each 40. What's the policy number? This one. Premium 5 lakhs. Customer name Geeta.
Geeta.
Each 30. You got the output like this now? Did you got the example now? Tell me now
Yes,
here.
sir.
Here we have how many classes? 4
4
classes.
classes, including main.
Main is for creating objects and calling the methods. Above the main, 3 classes. Customer class, policy class,
Policy class,
insurance company.
insurance class.
Policy has a customer, has a relationship is there. Insurance
Yes.
company has policies, has a relationship is there. So this example is to demonstrate about what? Has a relationship.
Multiple.
Has a relationship.
Classes.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
And then folks, yes, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What kind of has a relationship is there between policy and customer? What kind
Weak.
of segregation or composition? Aggregation.
Aggregation.
Because customer can also independently work, exist without
Policy.
policy. So it is has a relationship aggregation. What about insurance company and policies?
Composition. Strong relationship.
Composition. Why? Because policy cannot be there independently without.
Insurance company.
If there is no insurance company, then how policies are generated? Did you get my point now? This is called what? Aggregation and composition. Right. Folks in online, did you understand my point?
Yes, sir.
Please go
Yes,
through this
sir.
line by line. In this code looking like 170 lines or 140 lines, but out of these 140 lines, almost 70 lines are setter getter only. Na?
Yes.
Yes.
Actual logic you have to understand is only this main method logic. Otherwise, there is nothing to. All are setter getter constructor. There only underlines
Yes.
one. Okay,
Yes, sir.
cool. I'll copy this. I'll share the notes immediately because you have to practice this program today now only. After 1 hour, if you practice, you can't understand this program. Practice immediately.
Okay, sir.
So I'm keeping example. I'm sharing the notes also immediately now. Practice this program. Practice the program and see what the output. I'm not copy pasting output now because you practice and see what output you are getting. Okay, just a minute. Okay, it's uploaded. Download this. Go through the example. Go through the points and example what I have written today. Important points. So totally, how many types of relationships are there between classes now? 2 types. Is a relationship and has a relationship. Is a relationship is called inheritance. Is a relationship is called inheritance. Has a
Inheritance.
relationship. In has a relationship, we have container class and
Contained class.
contained class. In is a relationship, we have child class and parent class. Okay,
Parent
na?
class.
Has a
Yes, sir.
relationship could be either aggregation
Composition.
or composition. Did you understand my point? We'll continue
Yes, sir.
tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will start to explain about a concept called as polymorphism. We'll discuss about what is method overloading and method overriding. Okay, what is static polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism, all these kind of things. I'll explain you clearly in the tomorrow's class. Okay, now? Thank you guys. Tomorrow will be. Thank you.
Thank you.